Hello everyone. Hi, Namaskar, Adab, Sat Sri Akal. You are watching Crime Tak English. I welcome all of you to Crime Tak family and I hope everyone part of this family is doing well and fine. First of all, I would like to thank every one of you who prayed for my mom and dad. Now they are in better condition, but since the time I shared this news that both of them are unwell, I have got a response which I never thought. I never thought about it. And till date, there are messages, there are phone calls which I'm receiving. Yesterday only, I got a call from Shri Priya from Chennai who offered me help in terms of medicines and everything. She called me and she struggled to get my number. And it was really a very touching moment for me. Apart from Shri Priya, I've also got call from many people. There are messages on Twitter, on Facebook, on email. So, no, I don't have words to express my feelings, but believe me, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank every one of you. As I say, all of us are part of one family. It is our responsibility to help each other as a society, as part of one family. And, you know, this pandemic has taught me a lesson. Maybe we have not met each other face to face, but the feelings, the emotions we shared for each other well-being, for each other's family is, it cannot be compared with anything. And once again, I'm really thankful. As I said, I am out of words. I cannot express my feeling, but I'm thankful to all of you. There are people who have messaged me on various social media platforms, and all of them have said that if they can be of any help to you, any help to me, then they are ready to help me. I'm really thankful to all of you. As a personal update, both of them are doing fine. The infection level is still high in my father's body. Doctors have asked me to repeat the test. Last time, the level of infection was 7 times normal than what it should be in a normal human being. But because he's 80-year-old, he's a heart patient, he's diabetic. So that may be the reason why the infection level is so high. But again, the test will be conducted, and then only we will come to know whether it is going up and down. But I'm thankful. Once again, I'm thankful. It was your blessings, it was your moral support to me, and it was your prayers which I think worked as a magic. And finally, I think they are out of danger. Doctors still say that I need to keep a close eye on their parameter. I'm still in at my native place in eastern UP, and I'm keeping a close eye on them. Right from medication to food and everything, I'm keeping everything in check and balance. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. Now, coming to the story, I thought there is one story which is very close to me. It is close to me because since day one, I have followed the story, followed the investigation, and today there was a very important development. I'm talking about Punjab National Bank scam and the main accused in the case, Mehul Choksi. So all of you must be aware about the case, rupees 13,000 crore bank fraud case. Two main accused, Mehul Choksi and Nirav Modi. Nirav Modi is still under arrest in custody of London police. And Mehul Choksi, he is absconding since 2018. Since the time this FIR was lodged by the Central Bureau of Investigation. But Mehul Choksi has once again gone missing. Why is I'm saying once again? So about Mehul Choksi. Mehul Choksi is a very interesting character. 62-year-old man. Once upon a time, till 3 years back, before 2018, he was seen as a giant diamond trader in India. He had various chains, hundreds of chains of Gitanjali diamonds and all. So there were three firms by name Gitanjali, and these firms were into trading of diamonds. So Mehul Choksi was in this business for decades. and he was involved in business with Punjab National Bank since 2010. In 2017, 2016, he started committing fraud, and with the help of letter of undertaking. Letter of undertaking is basically when you start business with a bank. So, for example, initially you are taking a loan of 1 lakh rupees, then the loan amount is increasing to 2 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees. So, once you are taking the money from the bank and once you are refunding the same amount, in certain period of time, then your score gets better, and then you are liable, you are eligible to get more loan from the bank. So this is what happened. Initially, the amount was low, but Mehul Choksi and Nirav Modi, both are relative, by the way, Chacha Bhatija. So they were into business with Punjab National Bank. Initial amount was low, but later on they started getting more credit facility, and with the help of letter of undertaking, also known as LOU. So with the help of LOU, they both took around 13 to 14,000 crore, which they never repaid to bank. It was never returned, and they fled from India. So the employees of Punjab National Banks were involved and all these things. I'll come to that part later about this scam. What about Mehul Choksi? How smart this person is. Now starts the actual story. In 2017, the fraud was committed. The amount of rupees 13,000 crore was in the accounts of Mehul Choksi and Nirav Modi through their companies. So money was siphoned off. Now in 2017, what Mehul Choksi did, he secured a documentation, you can say, a police report saying that Mehul Choksi is an Indian citizen. He has no pending criminal case against him, and he is a very good citizen. Now, this document was required to get citizenship of any country. So he secured this document, and it was a forged document. Why I will say forged document? Why I'm saying forged document? I'll tell you later. So he secured this document, and this document was sent to the Antiguan authorities. Now, in the Caribbean island, there is a country called Antigua and Barbuda. It's a very small island, but they have a program. The program is if you invest some money in their country, then you can get a citizenship. So Mehul Choksi was ready to invest the money. He sent the paperwork because he had an all clear report from Mumbai police. The paperwork were accepted, and based on the investment, he was given a citizenship of Antigua and Barbuda. It was month of November, December, if I'm not wrong, 2017. Now in 2018, January, Mehul Choksi fled from India. He left India along with Nirav Modi, and Mehul Choksi went to USA. Nirav Modi went to Belgium and all other countries. So Mehul Choksi went to USA. The moment he fled from India, Punjab National Bank came into action. They sent a written complaint to the Central Bureau of Investigation, and the initial complaint was only about 200 crore rupees. Later on, another complaint was given, and the total amount which the CBI calculated later on was around 13,000 crore. Some 6,500 was siphoned off by Mehul Choksi and his companies, and the rest of the amount was siphoned by Nirav Modi and his companies. So just understand the sequence. 2017, fraud is committed, money has come to the account. In 2017, November, December, the police all clear report was sent to the Antiguan authorities. He got a citizenship. Before FIR could have been lodged by the Central Bureau of Investigation, Punjab National Bank, Mehul Choksi, Nirav Modi fled from the country, and Mehul Choksi went to USA. Now, when the FIR was lodged by the Central Bureau of Investigation, I remember I was in Delhi at that point of time, and the raids were being conducted. It was in South Delhi, the store of Nirav Modi, which was being raided. Later on, we came to know that Gitanjali stores are also being raided. The Punjab National Bank branch in South Bombay, that was being raided. So at multiple places, the raids were being conducted by the Central Bureau of Investigation. But the main villain of this story, Mehul Choksi, that person was missing. So the CBI contacted the Interpol. And when Interpol started tracking down Mehul Choksi through his air travel, they found that Mehul Choksi is in USA. But to start an extradition process, there are certain protocols and rules and procedures. So first you have to get a non-bailable warrant from the court. That non-bailable warrant was secured from a local court based on the FIR and the initial evidence. But to get a red corner notice, you also require that a person should be charge sheeted. It is one of the criteria. Although on the basis of non-bailable warrant, a red corner notice can be issued, but it becomes very difficult to satisfy the panel of Interpol, International Police. So, later on a charge sheet was filed, initial charge sheet, Mehul Choksi was named as an accused. And in the month of June 2018, January 2018, Mehul Choksi left for USA. In June 2018, the Indian agencies through Interpol asked USA to provide information about Mehul Choksi. June 2018. And when the USA authorities, the American authorities responded to Indian authorities, they came to know that Mehul Choksi has already left USA and now he is in Antigua and Barbuda, where he is already a citizen. So again, Mehul Choksi was one step ahead from the Indian agencies. So finally, he succeeded and successfully he fled to Antigua and Barbuda. Now, Antigua and Barbuda, believe me, my friends, there were many officers in the Central Bureau of Investigation. They were not aware that there is a country which exists by this name. No one was aware where Antigua and Barbuda is. There were only few officers, some bureaucrats, officials from the Ministry of External Affairs. They were aware of this country, but a proper embassy or some deep asset in Antigua and Barbuda, it was very difficult for them to establish a proper channel or connection. But anyway, the officials from Ministry of External Affairs, from embassy, they were sent to Antigua and Barbuda. They finally got to know that Mehul Choksi is in Antigua. So they asked the Antiguan government to send Mehul Choksi to India. They said he is our citizen. He has given a report. This report, which I was talking about earlier, he has given a report that he is a good citizen. He has no criminal case against him. So they asked for the paper, the Indian agencies. They asked for the papers. When they saw the paper, it was sent for verification to Mumbai police. And when it was verified, the point I was trying to make at that point of time, that why I'm saying it is a forged document, it was found that the police report, which was submitted before the Antiguan authority, it was based on forged details, fake details mentioned in the application. There were several cases pending against Mehul Choksi in few of the courts in India, but he never mentioned these cases to the Mumbai police authorities. Mumbai police authorities never bothered to check about his credentials. They believe that he is a very big, successful businessman. He must be giving some good details. So there was no reason for them to believe that these are fake details, forged details, and finally the report was given. So it was based on forged details, fake details given by Mehul Choksi. So anyway, they asked the Interpol to process red corner notice. A red corner notice was sent once. Then again there was some hiccups because the Antiguan authorities were initially very hesitant, to hand over Mehul Choksi. Anyway, the process started. Again, there was second red corner notice sent to Antiguan authorities. Then there was pressure from the international community on Antiguan authorities. And finally, they said, okay, this case will be settled in the court. The extradition appeal was filed by the Indian authorities. The Antiguan government said that, okay, we will revoke his citizenship and then whatever the court decides, if he can be extradited, we have no role to play. We will help the Indian authorities. So the extradition case began, and the Indian authorities and the Antiguan government, they were very close to revoke Mehul Choksi's Antiguan citizenship, and once his citizenship was would have been revoked, then it was very easy for the Indian agencies to bring back Mehul Choksi from Antigua. But Mehul Choksi knew one thing for a fact, that it is only a matter of time when there will be some ruling from the court, and the court will ask him to, to go back to India and face the law here. But Mehul Choksi was always one step ahead from the Indian agencies. And finally, on 23rd May 2021, this Sunday, Mehul Choksi left his residence around 5 p.m., 5:15 p.m. to be precise, in a car. Said he is going for dinner, and then he was never seen. Same day, a telephone call was made to the Antiguan police, and later on, the Antiguan police lodged a missing report. I have the copy of the Antiguan police's report, in which they have mentioned and released a photograph also about Mehul Choksi. Okay, so this is the photo they have released. This is the photo of Mehul Choksi, which the Antiguan police has released, and this is a statement by the Royal Police Force of Antigua and Barbuda. This is the report. If I can read, missing Jolly Harbour man. The police are investigating a missing person report made of 62-year-old Mehul Choksi of Jolly Harbour. Mehul was reported missing on Sunday, 23rd May 2021 at the Johnson Point Police Station. He was last seen at about 5:15 p.m. on the above mentioned date before leaving home in a motor car, which has since been recovered. So his car has been recovered. Based on additional information received, the police have conducted numerous searches, but to no avail. Mehul is described as being an Indian descent, brown in complexion, 5 feet 6 inches in height, heavily built with balding hairline. The police are seeking the assistance of public in knowing the whereabouts of Mr. Choksi. If anyone has any information, they can call the Johnson Police Station. There is a number also mentioned in the release of police. So I spoke to the Prime Minister of Antigua this morning over the phone, and he told me that this is true. We are trying to find out. But interesting point is, there is a person known as associate of Mehul Choksi. Now that person has given interview to a local media, and in his interview he has said that Mehul Choksi is in Cuba. In Cuba, he has a very luxurious apartment. So he is staying in his luxurious apartment, and he claims, the person who claims to be associate of Mehul Choksi, that person claims that Mehul Choksi holds the citizenship of another Caribbean country. So if he is staying in Cuba, and with Cuba we don't have extradition treaty. So if he is staying in Cuba, if he has to be extradited from Cuba, it will take at least half a decade or decade for the Indian agencies to establish connection, start a red corner notice, extradition process, all these things, and it will be a long wait for the Indian agencies, for the Indian government to bring Mehul Choksi. But one thing is sure, that Mehul Choksi has always stayed one step ahead from the Indian agencies. Before India can do anything, he flees from one place to another place. And why I am still not able to believe that Mehul Choksi has gone missing, because see the pattern, what I told in detail. 2017 fraud committed. December 2017, he gets citizenship of Antigua. January 2018, he flees from India. He left India. In you know, after he is out from India, an FIR is filed by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Then he goes to USA. Before the extradition process can be moved before the USA authorities, he leaves USA, then goes to Antigua, and before the case could have been finalized, by the Antiguan authorities, by the Antiguan court, he has again fled from Cuba. So this was the curious case of Mehul Choksi. My friends, that's all for today. If there is any more development, I'll come back to you. And if you want me to tell any story, you can, honestly tell me. I'll do the research, I'll go through it, and then I'll tell that story. And once again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your blessings, for your prayers, for my mom and dad. Thank you so much.